Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rockford University and the 2022 December Recognition Ceremony. We ask that you silence all cell phones and electronic devices at this time. Please rise for the entrance of our degree candidates and remain standing for the invocation. Thank you.
Good morning. Let us pray. God of many names, we gather during the season of hope and promise to recognize and celebrate a milestone in the lives of our honored guests. In a winter season where life sleeps gently and days are about waiting, we celebrate the end of waiting to be about our life's work. We send our newest alumni into a world where a pandemic has redefined normal. The workforce may be forever changed. Freedom requires war's preservation, and the value of relationship is seen in a new light. We send our newest alumni into a world that needs healing from deep societal wounds that spans centuries of injustices for many. We send forth these newest alumni into a personal and professional world that measures success too often by the size of their income. Keep them ever mindful that it takes not only a good head, but more importantly, a good heart to change this world. We ask you then, Divine Creator, to keep the light of hope burning brightly in the hearts of our December graduates. Empower them to live lives of honor and integrity. Keep them mindful that with knowledge comes a sacred responsibility to protect and serve others less fortunate, whose voices are often not heard. Instill in them a love for lifelong learning and protect them from the arrogance of believing they have ever learned or served enough. This day, help them to remember that all they have accomplished is a result of the love and support of their families, friends, and mentors, as well as through their own diligent efforts. Bless all those who have been a part of their journey. Care for them and us wherever our paths may lead. Be with us this day and all the days of our journey to come. Amen.
Please be seated. Thank you, Professor Sharp, for this morning's invitation. To all degree candidates, families, friends, Rockford University faculty and staff in the room, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the 2022 December Recognition Ceremony. It's undoubtedly been a journey both challenging and rewarding to get to this place and time. So let me be the first to say, congratulations, you are here. Many family and friends are in attendance today, and you also deserve special recognition and thanks. Let's thank our family members and friends. They've been your #1 supporters and cheerleaders and have been by your side through thick and thin. Now, they're here to celebrate with you in your notable achievement. Sharing your successes with family and friends makes this occasion even more special, and we are so pleased to have everyone here today. For some of you, today marks the end of an era. No more classes, presentations, or papers. Beginning a new career is now your focus. For others, graduate school is on the horizon, meaning classes, presentations, and papers will continue for a bit longer. Whatever your path, today ushers in a new and exciting time of discovery. Know that wherever your explorations may lead, you embark from here with limitless potential. As you blaze your own trails, know that you have the backing of a 175-year-old institution with a long, pioneering history and remarkable alumni. Rockford University graduates go on to achieve greatness. They lead television networks, help craft landmark gun legislation, and improve the human condition. They use their legal knowledge to advocate for families, develop fiber optics and LED technology, and produce Emmy Award-winning series that take an honest and thoughtful look at our past so that we may have a better future. You, today's graduates, are the same kind of remarkable people with the same ability to make significant change in the world. Be proud of your accomplishments and be excited to claim your place in the world. Today I'll be gifting each graduate with a university pen and a challenge coin on behalf of Rockford University. You will receive it as you cross the stage. Let me say a word about challenge coins. A challenge coin is a small coin or medallion bearing an organization's insignia or emblem and carried by the organization's members. Challenge coins represent organizations, units, and teams. They can represent an achievement, an anniversary, or a special event. They build close-knit, lasting bonds between people who receive them and represent unity. Today you're receiving that because today is the last official event in our 175th anniversary celebration. Now it is my pleasure to introduce you to the president and founder of Chartwell Agency and chair of the Rockford University Board of Trustees, Rebecca Epperson. As president and founder of Chartwell Agency, Rebecca has more than 30 years of corporate communication, public relations, and marketing experience with a variety of business-to-business, consumer-oriented, and not-for-profit organizations in developing and implementing strategic communication programs on a local, regional, national, and even global basis. In March 2017, Epperson was awarded the Woman of Achievement in Business Award by the YWCA of Northwestern Illinois. In March of 2016, Epperson was named as a person creating momentum in Rockford by the YMCA of the Rock River Valley. In 2012, Chartwell was awarded the Heart of Rockford by the River District Association for outstanding commercial renovation. Additionally, in 2011, Epperson received the Chamber's Women Business Owner of the Year and was also named as one of 20 people you should know in Rockford. In October of 2008, Chartwell Agency received the Rockford Chamber of Commerce's Small Business of the Year Award. She holds a bachelor's degree in journalism, public relations from the University of Wisconsin-Madison, and a master's degree in business administration from the University of Houston. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the chair of the Rockford University Board of Trustees, Rebecca Epperson.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Rockford University Board of Trustees, let me share and offer our sincere congratulations to our December degree candidates. I think we can honestly all say that since you started this journey, until today it's been quite the ride, has it? But after being here today and graduating after a tumultuous few years together, this clearly shows your quality of spirit and persistence of your drive. It will be that spirit and that drive that already tells me our future is bright and that your future is undeniably rich with opportunity, as it's obviously nothing's going to hold you back from your dreams and impacting the world in a positive way. We're thrilled you chose to make your journey at Rockford University and now join the thousands of others successful and distinguished alumni from Rockford University. Please know that we will continue to support you and celebrate you and your success, yet to be known but sure to come. And we thank you again for choosing Rockford University. I'm confident it will serve you well. I also want to take a moment on behalf of the Board of Trustees to sincerely thank our outgoing leader, Dr. Eric Fulcomer. Like you, he is in essence graduating from RU today, as this is his last official function for us. It has been my great pleasure and great honor to work on the Board of Trustees during Dr. Fulcomer's tenure. While his accomplishments are too many and too numerous to count during this speech today, let me tell you his legacy will be here for years to come. Among the accomplishments, though, he helped, under his leadership and under a campaign, raise $1 million more than we had initially set out to do. How that impacts us as a university and you as students is it facilitated multi-million-dollar investment into the campus and upgrades that you see around us, including the residence hall, the Seaver Gymnasium, and the landscaping, as well as the meals that you now receive at Rockford University. And probably the most recent noteworthy accomplishment is he led us through COVID-19. He supported students first and foremost, faculty of course, and the staff to manage campus safety and transition learning, so students, you had the flexibility to continue your coursework without interruption. Dr. Fulcomer, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, let me thank you again for your leadership. And graduates, again, let me thank you on behalf of the Board of Trustees for a job well done. Congratulations. And now it's my distinct pleasure to introduce you to our speaker today, Jeff Hendry, Professor of Performing Arts here at Rockford University. Originally from Phoenix, Arizona, Professor Hendry attended the University of Arizona, where he received a BFA in theater production. He received an MFA in costume design from the University of Massachusetts Amherst. This is Professor Hendry's 41st year at Rockford University, and he will be retiring at the end of this academic year. During his time at the university, he has taught in the Department of Performing Arts, designed costumes for more than 150 productions. Outside of his teaching, he has also served in a variety of administration roles as well. One of his proudest accomplishments here at the university was in his capacity as the Foreign Series Administrator when he was able to bring 4 Nobel Peace Prize winners to campus, as well as a former Prime Minister of Pakistan. Outside of Rockford University, Professor Hendry designed costumes for numerous theaters, both in Chicago as well as nationally. His accomplishments here are also too many to mention, but I encourage you to read more about him on the back of your program. I thank Professor Hendry for joining us today, and let me also thank him for his commitment to RU for the past 41 years. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Professor Hendry to the stage.
Thank you, Ms. Epperson, for that wonderful introduction. Good morning, President Fulcomer, Provost Perry, trustees, administrators, faculty, staff, guests, And last, but certainly not least, the graduates, who are the reason we are all here today. I'd like to take a minute to acknowledge another group that is here today. All of those who support the graduates, parents, grandparents, spouses, friends, employers, and even children. No one can get through college on their own. It takes a village. Well, hold on. That sounds familiar. I think somebody has already used that. In all seriousness, it does take the love and the sacrifice of those around them to support the students so they can devote their time and energy to finishing their degrees. So let's give them all a round of applause for all they've done for today's graduates. You may be wondering why I'm here to give the address today. Well, Ms. Epperson kind of explained it. At the end of this academic year, I'll be retiring after 41 years at this institution. So the powers that be thought that I might have some words of wisdom to share with you. Let's hope they're right. I've entitled my speech, What I Learned at Rockford University. For some, that name might seem odd, but for me it was my experience. You see, for more than 3/4 of my time here, it was Rockford College. So to only refer to it as Rockford University would leave a huge hole in my story. So I thought it best to merge the two, hence Rockford University. When I started thinking about exactly what I wanted to say to you today, I was struck by the notion that the graduates and I have a lot in common. That may sound odd, but let me explain. When I first came to Rockford College, I was making a big change in my life. I was leaving graduate school and looking for a job. Much like when you left high school or junior college and were choosing a college or university to attend. I was asked the same question you were. What are you going to do when you graduate? And like you probably did, I had a plan. My plan was to look for a teaching job in the Midwest. The cost of living was cheaper here. I was living in New England at the time. And I would be able to pay off my student loan. After 8 to 10 years, I could return to the East Coast and start a freelance design career. Perfect. Obviously, that's not what happened. But more about that later. So, I applied for jobs all over the Midwest and got a call from Rockford College asking me to come for an interview. I have to admit now, I had no idea where Rockford was in Oregon. But I came for an interview like you would have come for a campus visit, and I was hired, much like you being accepted. So, things were on a roll. The first stage of my plan was underway. I finished my job in New Hampshire, packed everything I owned into my Ford Pinto hatchback. I'm sure some of the older members of the audience remember those. And I drove to Rockford. I was leaving everything I knew. I had friends and a life in New England. I'd never spent any time in the West, being born and raised in Arizona. I knew no one in Rockford, or Illinois for that matter. And it was more than a little scary. I imagine it was similar to some of you arriving here at the end of August, about to start classes, being a stranger and not really knowing what to expect. I was in the same boat. I arrived here on a Friday afternoon and started teaching the following Wednesday. I didn't have a place to live, so I lived in a dorm room for the first 2 weeks. So there were more than a few similarities in our experiences. Well, that Wednesday came, and I had to face my first class. I can tell you now, I was terrified. What if I made a mistake? What if I didn't know the answer to one of the students' questions? I would sure then find out I was a fraud and really didn't belong here. Now comes one of the first things that I learned. But it didn't come until several years later. Don't be afraid to admit you don't know the answer. No one can know everything. I realized I could just say, I'm not sure about that. I'll find out and get back to you. So many students in my classes today are scared to death of being wrong, as if they'll suddenly burst into flames if they give the wrong answer. This is the place that you can make mistakes. I think you actually learn more from your mistakes. I know I certainly did. But back to the plan. I had a stable teaching job, was paying off my student loan. Everything was going perfect. It was about that time that I was asked if I wanted to teach and supervise our foreign study program at Regent's College in London. Well, who would want to live in London? Of course I said yes. I was supposed to go for a semester. No big deal. Plan can go on hold. Well, that semester turned into a year and a half, but I wasn't complaining. I was in London. No problem. Plan can wait. The next two things I learned didn't actually occur at Rockford College. But if they hadn't sent me to London, I never would have been in the situations to learn these lessons. So I think they technically count. While I was living abroad, I learned a few things that truly changed my outlook on life forever. While I was in London, I met someone who would be a very close friend to this day. He did business in the United States, had an apartment in New York, and understood the American way of life pretty well. One time, we were talking about the differences between how Americans and Europeans looked at the idea of going on vacation, or holiday, as he would say. He told me, Americans live to work, Europeans work to live. It hit me that Europeans saw travel as an essential part of their lives rather than a luxury. I thought a lot about that. And now lesson number 2. Your experiences are an invaluable part of your life. They can never be replaced. You can lose all of your physical possessions, but no one can ever take away your experiences. The next thing I learned came in a rather odd way from a very unlikely source. I always wanted to go to Moscow, to go to the Bolshoi, see St. Basil's Cathedral, the Kremlin. It was only a 3-hour flight from London. So, taking my own advice from lesson number 2, I decided to go. I went during the winter to have the full Russian experience. So it was snowing. I was leaving the subway to return to my hotel when I saw a man buying a bouquet of flowers from a stand just outside the subway station. It was a small bouquet. Flowers were starting to wilt. It would have been thrown out if it would have been on sale here. But this man looked at it as if it were the most beautiful thing he could see, had ever seen. And it made him so happy. I imagine he was planning on taking it home to his wife or mother. But then, I suddenly felt extremely ashamed. I knew I would have thrown it out too, seen it as less than perfect. I realized how much I took for granted, and how fortunate I actually was. There I was, from Rockford, Illinois, living in London and visiting Moscow. This man would probably never leave Moscow, let alone Russia. And he was thrilled by a small bouquet of wilted flowers. To this day, I have no idea why I noticed this particular man. But it's been 33 years since I saw him, and I can still see the look of joy on his face. So, lesson number 3. Absolutely never take the simple things in life or your good fortune for granted. You may not know it at the time, but sometimes the simplest things can bring you the greatest amount of joy. I have been extremely fortunate continuing to travel around the world, and these 2 lessons have been reinforced time and time again. So, what was going on with that plan? I always dreamed that I would eventually teach at an institution with a graduate program and be a mentor to inspiring young theatrical designers. But something happened. I realized I could actually have a greater impact here working with undergraduates, showing them all the things that lay ahead of them. I remember one of my students when I was in London running up to me before spring break saying, "I'm going to Corfu. I have no idea where that is, but I'm going." I knew she was about to experience lesson number 2. One time, when I was talking with the parents of a former student, I said to them, "I have the best job. Parents bring me their kids as a freshman, and they're really still a kid in so many ways. And I get to watch them become an adult by the time they leave. That's a really special thing." Now, back to the similarities between the graduates and myself. Soon, we will both be departing Rockford University to start new chapters in our lives. Probably many of you know what you're going to do. You have a plan. You might decide to go to... Wait, I never finished the story about my plan. As you probably guessed, my plan changed. I stayed in Rockford and developed my freelance career in Chicago. I did actually get to return to New England to work, but that's another story. I've been very fortunate in my life and career here in Rockford. Although I've gotten things wrong, I've had so many amazing experiences, and know the little things in life can actually matter the most. So, here's the last lesson I want to share with you, and probably the most important thing I learned. Don't let your plan get in the way of your life. Always remember, you can get to the same place in many different ways, just like Google Maps. You have several different routes to get to the same destination. While my plan didn't go exactly as I had envisioned, I believe, well, in the end, I got to my destination. Oh, and by the way, graduate, I am getting the same question you are. What are you going to do when you retire? Graduate. Thank you so much.
Graduates, are you ready? Don't let your plan get in the way of your path. Thanks, Professor Henry, that was fantastic. And thank you, Vocal Collective, as always. Now is the time where if Dr. Folkmer and Ms. Epperson would center stage, and the ushers will direct the graduates to the proper area. Candidates come through, I will read their name. They'll be presented with a pen from Dr. Folkmer as well as a challenge point from the coordinator. So thank you. Ezra James Adams, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Art 3-dimensional, and a minor in Religious Studies. Simeon A. Adesina, Bachelor of Science, Accounting, CPA. Rana Kadem Al-Mutiaf, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Nursing. Amal Abdulaziz Alanzi, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Nursing. Aisa Marfo Alanzi, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Nursing. Noor Alanzi, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Nursing. Halal Malfar Alanazi, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Nursing. Turki Alarbi, Bachelor of Science, Computer Science, MIS, and minor in Business Administration. Abdul Raham Awash, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Nursing. Michelle Ali Al-Almarashi, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Nursing. Isaac Fahad Alamar, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Nursing. Connor Thomas Burrett, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Theater, Acting, and Directing. Samuel Dwayne Kayed, Jr., Bachelor of Science, Political Science, minor in Sports Management. Jasmine Engelbrecht, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Nursing. Jessica Jean Engelbrecht, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Nursing. Paige Elizabeth Fawcett, Bachelor of Science, Biochemistry. Haley Gallagher, Master of Arts in Teaching, K-12 Education. Daniela Garcia Gonzalez, Bachelor of Science, Human Development, Child and Adolescent. Victoria Margaret Helm, Bachelor of Science, Special Education. Balbina Bermudez Holder, Bachelor of Education, English as Second Language. Morgan Lynn Hopping, Bachelor of Science, Criminal Justice. Now, it is a tradition at Rockford University that a degree candidate may receive his or her diploma from an employee or trustee or university who's a relative. Helping Zachary J. Hunter's diploma is his father, Jason Hunter. Amani Lamar Johnson, Bachelor of Science, Kinesiology, Exercise Science. Caitlin Marie Johnson, Master of Arts in Teaching, Secondary Education. Michaela Ann Johnson, Bachelor of Science, Human Development, Child and Adolescent Development. Andrew Allen Kinsman, Bachelor of Science in Management Studies. Paige Nicole Lockhart, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Abdul Rahman Muhammad Ali Makturash, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. We have another member of our university, which will be Thomas Muldowney, is Angelica Rose Muldowney's grandfather and trustee emeriti. Bachelor of Science, Human Development, Child and Adolescent Development. Taylor Elizabeth Munn, Bachelor of Science, Political Science, minor in Theater and Criminal Justice. Karen Monroe, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Patrick Thomas Murphy, Master of Business Administration and Organizational Leadership. Teresa Marie Northrup. Kimberly Catherine Nygaard, Bachelor of Science, Special Education. Amnia Abdul Rahman Obayed, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Marissa Louise Ott, Bachelor of Science Psychology and a Bachelor of Arts. Joey Dwayne Owens, Bachelor of Science Kinesiology, Exercise Science with a minor in health. Derry Shaw Dion, Master of Arts in Teaching, Early Childhood Education. Kelly Regina Reamer, Bachelor of Science, Biology, Biomedical Sciences, minors in Chemistry and Philosophy. Allison B. Renfo, a Master of Arts in Teaching, Elementary Education. Amy Sabani, Bachelor of Science. Margarita Santana, Master of Arts in Teaching, Elementary Education. Zanab Saman Al-Madan, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Fatima Sarazid, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Nursing. Noah Allen Saunders, Bachelor of Science, Computer Science, Web Development with a minor in Graphic Design. Judah Obed Scully, a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Sashia Shakatova, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Rebecca Hope Shair, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education. Deepshika Shukla, Master of Business Administration, Project Management, and Organizational Leadership. Bachelor of Science, Human Development, Child and Adolescent Development with a minor in Psychology. Toby Galvin Stern, Master of Arts in Teaching, Special Education. Louis Texier, Bachelor of Science, Computer Science, Web Development with a minor in Graphic Design. Haley M. Tinsley, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education. Darren Wax-Mundunski, Bachelor of Science, Kinesiology, Exercise Science with a minor in Psychology. Garrett Brent Wallace, Bachelor of Science, History, minor in Secondary Education, and a minor in Political Science. Jeanette Zatea, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education. Congratulations to all the graduates.
Congratulations, graduates. I now invite Professor Tim Adams to come forward to lead us in our university song, and then I'll come up and make some closing remarks.
Please stand with me. The lyrics of our school song are on the back of the program. Please sing along.
Graduates, you can remain standing, and the rest of you please be seated. As Mrs. Epperson mentioned, as this ceremony comes to a close, so does my time at Rockford University. I too am graduating, so to speak. After nearly a decade at Rockford University, including 6.5 years as president, my tenure ends today. It's been the professional honor of my lifetime to serve at this remarkable institution, and I hope that you will join me, graduates, in continuing to support Rockford University in the future. We will always be connected to Rockford University, and each of us has made our own unique mark in our own unique ways. It is gratifying for me that my final act as president is to recognize the achievements of our graduates. I wasn't going to do this, so It's my pleasure to once again congratulate our degree candidates. On behalf of all of us at Rockford University, I wish you the very best as you pursue your future endeavors. We know you will do great things. Let's give our graduates one more round. Graduates, I invite you and your family members to a reception in honor of your achievements, which will follow immediately this ceremony in the lobby outside the theater. As we conclude our celebration, I would ask that all guests and family members remain at their seats until the platform party and the graduates have recessed through the theater. Thank you.